back. This is just a quick tutorial on how I make my burlap bubble wreaths, and I want to apologize in advance because I work full-time and I have to seize every moment, and my husband is currently working on my shed right now. So if you hear distracting noises in the background, now you know why. So I started off with my burlap. You can see the width there. It's about 5 inches wide, I'd say. And all I've done is go underneath here and I've just tied a knot right there. That's how we're gonna start. So all you have to do is in your first loop, you can see it's already pulled through. I'm gonna pull this up and just kind of make a little fold. And then I'm gonna reach through the next loop right here. And I'm gonna pull it up again. So at this point, I'm gonna need to bring this one too, to make sure we keep them about the same size. I like to stick my fingers in like that so you can see that they're about the same. And now you can pull through the last one, like this. Take your third finger, and they're all about the same height. So now we have 3 folds. So all you're gonna do once you get to there is just take those and shove them to the side. And you can see these wreaths have sections like this. So we're basically gonna follow this step 2 times in each section. So now that we've pushed them to the side, you can just hold them tight, and you're gonna go to the back and just twist your burlap. This is probably the hardest part. It's not hard, but it just takes a second to realize what is exactly that you're trying to do. So you're gonna twist that, and then now I'm gonna unroll my burlap. After it's twisted, I'm gonna come through the back, right through the same loop again. And this is the part that's the hardest, just trying to get this started again. Okay, now at that point you can let go of that. Okay, so now I have 1 loop, but that's obviously a bit too big. And now I'm gonna pull through the second one. And I need to untwist again. That's easier if you kind of keep untwisting it. So there's 1 and 2. So you can see I have 2 here. And now I'm just gonna push up through the back, that 3rd loop. My fingers, so 1, 2, 3. These don't have to be perfect. That's kind of part of these wreaths. So now I have 3 loops again, and they're all about the same size. Okay, so now we're just gonna hold on to that and go ahead and give this a twist again. And now I'm gonna do the same exact thing. I'm just gonna cross under this bar to the next section. Push this up through. Now just get this to where it's got a flat piece. And there's your first loop. So there's 1. That's really the trickiest part, is just getting that turn and then getting it straightened out. So I'm going to show you something to try. Oh, there's that noise I was talking about. Okay, and then the 3rd one, the way you know you're doing this right is when you get to the end of the 3rd one, you should be able to pull this and it should come right out. If it doesn't come out, then you've looped around the wrong way. So that's just a good way to test it. Now a lot of people ask, like, how is this gonna stay later? I guess technically if you're pulling and yanking, it may come out, but for some reason they just seem to hold. Before I finish this, because I'm not gonna take the time to finish the whole thing today, I'm just gonna show you, you can see this, I kind of like them when they're just loose like this and have their own shape, and as you go around, they'll all be a little bit different, but you can, at this point, gently take each section, and you can fold these under if you want it to be a little bit more bubbly. And just do it gently. if I'm gonna glue heavy things like a nest or something like that, sometimes I take my hot glue gun, or you can even use pipe cleaner. I've used those as well. I'll show you where I would do that. So you can see how that's starting to bubble, and you can keep going along. But when I was talking about the hot glue gun towards the back, if you're worried about it not staying secure, maybe you're putting something heavy, you can take pipe cleaner or even a little piece of thread or hot glue gun and just pinch these to the back. I like to do that sometimes just so that if this wreath's hanging on the wall and then someone can view from the side, I'm really picky, I don't really like that to show. So if you get a couple dots, and it just sort of helps it. And you can do the same thing on the inside. If the inside ring starts to show, you can glue little pieces together. So again, you're just gonna do these 3 loops 2 times per section. And when you get all the way around to the other side, you're just gonna go in here and tie it off with a knot.